Hello students, open your BK textbook to page 56. Today we will solve the third sum. Let's discuss it first. From the following trial balance and adjustments given below of Reena and Aarti, you are required to prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2019 and balance sheet as on that date. Now let's go through the adjustments. The first adjustment, closing stock valued at rupees 22,000. This is an independent adjustment. It does not have any effect on any of the items in the trial balance. The second adjustment, write off rupees 900 for bad and doubtful debts. This will have an effect on sundry debtors. So we put a tick mark on sundry debtors. And it also will affect bad debts. So we put a tick mark on bad debt. Create a provision for reserve for doubtful debts rupees 1,000. Now this too will affect our sundry debtors. So we put a second tick on sundry debtors and a second tick on bad debts. Then we come to the third adjustment. Create a provision for discount on debtors at the rate of 3%. Again, this will be affecting the debtors. So we put a third tick on debtors and the second effect will be on discount, the trial balance, and discount on creditors at the rate of 5%. This will have an effect on sundry creditors. So sundry creditors, put a tick on that and put one tick on the discount because it will be affecting the discount also. The fourth adjustment, outstanding expenses, wages rupees 700. So this will be affecting the wages. So we put a tick mark on wages. Salaries rupees 800. So we put a tick mark on salaries. Insurance is paid for 15 months with effect from 1st April 2018. That means 3 months is prepaid. This will have an effect on insurance on the debit side here. So put a tick mark here. The sixth adjustment, depreciate land and building at the rate of 5%. So we need to put a tick on land and building because this adjustment will affect land and building. The seventh adjustment, this is given as an information to distribute the profit. Now let's go through the trial balance and give one effect for each and every item in the trial balance. The first debit balance is purchases. This will be recorded on the debit side of trading account. Sundry debtors. This will be recorded on the asset side of balance sheet in the inner column, and we will be leaving 5 lines below that because there are 3 adjustments. Sales return will be recorded on the credit side of trading account below sales. Opening stock on the debit side of trading account. Bad debts on the debit side of profit and loss account. Now when we record this bad debts, we'll write the entire adjustment of bad debts as bad debts, add further bad debts, add new reserve less the old reserve. The next, land and building. This will be recorded on the asset side of balance sheet and we leave one line because there is one tick here. Furniture will be recorded on the asset side of balance sheet in the outer column as there is no adjustment. Discount will be recorded on the debit side of profit and loss account. We leave a line as there is one tick, one adjustment. Royalties will be recorded on the debit side of trading account. Rent on the debit side of profit and loss account in the outer column. Salaries on the debit side of profit and loss account in the inner column as there is one adjustment. Wages on the debit side of trading account, leave one line below as there is one adjustment. Insurance on the debit side of profit and loss account, leave one line below as there is one adjustment. Drawings will be recorded in your balance sheet under the capital amount of the partners as less drawings. Here, in this sum, there are no adjustments relating to partners. Hence, it is okay if you don't prepare partners' capital account and record the entries in the balance sheet itself. Cash at bank, balance sheet assets side, outer column. Cash in hand, asset side of balance sheet. Now we look at the credit balances of a trial balance. Sales will be recorded on the credit side of trading account. Sundry creditors will be recorded on the liability side of your balance sheet. Leave one line as there is one adjustment. Purchase return will be recorded on the debit side of your trading account as less from purchases. RRD, that is old reserve. This will be recorded on the debit side of profit and loss account under bad debts as less old reserve. Discount will be recorded on the credit side of profit and loss account in the inner column as there is one adjustment. Commission will be recorded on the credit side of profit and loss account in the outer column. Capital of Reena, capital of Aarti will be recorded on the liability side of balance sheet in the inner column. As discussed, these are the effects of trial balance. Now let's give the effects for adjustment. Our first adjustment, closing stock valued at rupees 22,000. Closing stock will be shown here on the credit side of trading account. This is the credit effect, and asset side of balance sheet will be the debit effect. A second adjustment, write off rupees 900 for bad and doubtful debts. This is further bad debts. It will be added in bad debts on the debit side of profit and loss account. This is the debit effect, and the credit effect will be on the asset side, less from debtors. Create a provision for reserve for doubtful debts rupees 1,000. This is new reserve. It will also be deducted from debtors. This is the credit effect, and the debit effect will be add in bad debts on the debit side of profit and loss account. We total up this, it will come to 2,400. After deducting old reserve 800 rupees, the amount in the outer column will be 1,600. The third adjustment, create a provision for discount on debtors. We'll calculate 3% on 38,100 as reserve for discount on debtors. 3% on 38,100 is 1,143. This is a credit effect as we have deducted. Students, please note that reserve for discount on debtors, this adjustment should be done after giving effects for further bad debts and new RDD. Now let's give the debit effect. That will be debit side of profit and loss account, add in discount. Students, if there is no amount of discount in the profit and loss account, you can just write it as to reserve for discount on debtors and write the amount in the outer column. Reserve for discount on creditors will be 5% on 25,700. So 5% on 25,700 will be 1,285. A credit effect on the credit side of profit and loss account, add in discount 1,285. And next adjustment, outstanding expenses. Outstanding expenses are added in the respective expenses, and as it is a liability, it will be shown on the liability side of balance sheet. So we add wages rupees 700 on the debit side of trading account, salaries on the debit side of profit and loss account add in salaries, outstanding wages and outstanding salaries will be shown on the liability side of balance sheet. Our next adjustment, insurance is paid for 15 months with effect from 1st April 2018. Here, 3 months insurance is prepaid. So prepaid insurance will calculate 1500 divided by 15 into 300. So that will give us the amount for 3 months. So prepaid insurance less from insurance 300 rupees, and in the outer column 1200. The second effect, balance sheet asset side, prepaid insurance rupees 300. Sixth adjustment, depreciate land and building at the rate of 5%. 5% on 25,000, that is 1250. Deduct that depreciation, outer column amount is 23,750. Second effect of depreciation, profit and loss account, debit side to depreciation 1250. We are finished with all the adjustments. Let's start with the closing entries. First, let's bring out the amount of sales in the outer column. Take the total of your trading account, that will come to 79,200. You will get gross profit of rupees 23,900. Transfer the gross profit on the credit side of profit and loss account, 23,900. Take the totals. You will arrive at a net profit of 13,592. Now the net profit has to be divided in the capital ratio. Capital of Reena is 50,000, capital of Aarti is 30,000, and when you find the ratio, we get the ratio of as 5:3. Distribute this profit in the ratio of 5:3. So Reena will get a share of 8,495. Aarti will get a share of 5,097. Now this profit will be transferred to the capital account. Then take the total of your partner's capital account. Find out the closing balance of the capital. Reena's 56,495. Aarti's 34,097. Transfer this closing balance to balance sheet, liabilities side. Get the total. Now take the total of your balance sheet, assets and liabilities. Your balance sheet will tally. I'm sure you have understood this. Thank you.